In the last episode we sailed to A Coruña, and now we had left together with Robert, who came to join us for the Swedish Midsummers here in northern Spain. We had planned for a very special destination in the natural park of ISLAS CIES, but first we went to a secluded anchorage of ISLAS. Having no windlass anchoring is always a bit of an effort, but it's so much worth it. And this area around Vigo, where we were about to sail now, we had no lack of paradise-alike places to stop. Midsummer celebration required some grocery shopping, so we went to Fistera where we could find a free pier. At first we thought it was strange we were the only one tying up here, but we soon realized all the local boats did not care at all about the speed limit and made a lot of swell, making this a bumpy night. The next morning we were soon on our way again. We aimed for our first little paradise island, tucked away among a lot of fishing cages. This tiny island was half a bird restriction area and half a true beach destination. During the evening I got an unpleasant surprise, as the islands we were heading for next in the National Park of Cies turned out to require permissions, something we did not have, so the rest of the evening was spent with paperwork and we had to aim for another spot as we awaited our reply. I made a mistake. We were on our way to ISLAS CIES, but it turns out you need a cruising permit to go there, and after you obtain your cruising permit you need an anchor permit. And I didn't apply for this in time, so we still haven't gotten a response for our cruising permit. So now we are like cruising in the border to the national park, and we need to find another anchorage. And I've been looking forward to these islands I've seen them like for years, and I was so excited to go here. But then someone made me aware of this permit. But the interesting thing is, like, many of the islands on the outside of us now is a part of this national park, and we're not allowed to stay anchor on the beaches here. Like, you can see the beaches over there, But then there's like a big ship anchored in the middle of it. So it makes you a little bit confused why it's so forbidden for us to go and drop our anchor there, but then like a big ship can anchor. But anyway, I think it's going to be a really pretty beach today as well, and we were not bad yesterday either. We found a very nice beach today for our anchorage, but it's turned out it's also a nude beach, so everybody's nude on the beach. But one more thing, it's like a shimmering beach. We've never seen this before. It's like all shimmery on the beach. It's like gold floating or something. It's very, very glittery. We went back to Tilda to relax and change for a shore excursion, as we've heard there was a nice hike to a viewpoint, something that Gunnar cannot resist. As we got back to shore, everyone but I had managed to pack decent shoes, so I was stuck with my flip-flops, but it started as an easy terrain in the welcome shade of the forest. So nice to walk in the shade of the forest. I still got my flip-flops on. Then the forest opened up to small vineyards and plantations before we reached the tiny village. To me, the view was great already from here, and they served excellent wine, so I decided to stop, and Gunnar and Robert decided they could not miss out. After this short break, we still decided to go all the way to the top. Eventually we reached the 360-degree viewpoint, and we found some flowers that could easily go as Swedish midsummer's flowers. Today it's the Swedish Midsummer, and we are at like a perfect beach, but I succeeded in getting the cruising permit and the anchor permit to the next island that's like around the corner there. So we're gonna go there, and I think it's gonna be like the perfect island. It was a bit hard to leave this place, as it was one of the best beaches since the Scillies in UK. So we enjoyed a late morning before we set off. Swedish Midsummers normally involves strawberry cake with whipped cream, but strawberries was nowhere to be found, so we had to replace them with blueberries. Baking on Tilda is not something I do very often, but the result was not bad. We don't have to say this was a perfect beach, and we even had dolphins coming into the bay among the anchored boats. Being in a national park that required permit, we of course had to see some more of this island. That was some real deep sand to walk in. I'm exhausted already. This time I did not only forget my hiking shoes. I forgot my shoes on the boat, so we tried to pick those walking paths. There is a little bit less rough. Some are wooden and some are with stones, but some are gravel, and the gravel is not so easy to walk on. It's really spectacular, like turquoise water, white sand, super nice nature. I can understand why this is a nature reserve, and I'm so happy we got our permit to go here. It looks really pretty on this beach. We're gonna go to, I think you can see the side of the beach over there with the really turquoise water. Such a soft sand. It's really beautiful, but it's really hard to walk in. Midsummer also involves some kind of outdoor game, so that was how we finished our evening before heading back to the boat to enjoy the sunset. Nice?
Oh yeah. We've been at the beach playing for an hour and it's so nice. What a beautiful midsummer.
I hope you liked this episode, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.